Hi there, Stan, the Annuity Man, America's annuity agent, licensed in all 50 states. We're talking about today the best long-term investment strategies. You're saying, wait a minute, Mr. Blue tracksuit dude, Mr. Stan, the Annuity Man. You're talking about long-term investment strategies? Yes, I can do that. I have the pedigree to do that, but not until I hear music. All right, so we're talking about long-term investment strategies. I recently had a guest on my podcast called Fun with Annuities. I encourage you to check that out. It comes out every Tuesday on all major podcast platforms. Fun with Annuities. And no, we don't just talk about annuities. I'll give an example. Recent guest was Terry Savage. She calls herself the Money Lady, one of the founding members of the Chicago Board of Exchange. I mean, she is royalty when it comes to investment advice. And on the podcast, she was talking about long-term investment strategies and, where stocks have historically done well, obviously. If you just look at the S&P 500 returns historically, they've done very, very well. If you just bought the S&P 500 index, say from a Vanguard or Fidelity, low-cost mutual fund, and buy and hold long-term, things work out. Now, I can say this. I'm not licensed to do that anymore. I'm Stan the Annuity Man. I only specialize in annuities. Obviously, if that's your last name, that's what you do. But I used to work for Dean Witter and Payne Weber and Morgan Stanley and UBS, and I managed large amounts of assets on that side of the table. So I do understand stocks and bonds and things like that, ETFs, all of that, putting together a portfolio, which I think that makes me different out here because most people selling annuities really don't have the background and the pedigree working with investments and working in for decades and seeing markets go up and down and things like that. I think anything long-term is good from a buy and hold standpoint. We all have read those stories where the person bought the stock and they just kind of forgot about it and it rose. Now, we live in markets now that are 24/7, 365. They're global, they're connected, and it's really vogue to be a trader. And we read about the hedge funds and the private offices and the family offices and all of these masters of the universe. And it's intriguing. Everybody wants to maximize their portfolio, etc. So when I read about, long-term investing for real estate or long-term investing for stocks or long-term investing, period, it's interesting that it's never about annuities. And the ultimate long-term, in my opinion, is your life expectancy, how long you're going to live. That is long-term, okay? As long as you're breathing is long-term. As long as you're breathing is mortality credits. As long as you're breathing is life expectancy. That's the longest term you have. Because when you're dead, right? I mean, it is what it is. If you want to write that down, go ahead. That's not kidding. But you need to look at annuities of all types. And let's stop there. If you say, I hate all annuities. You already own one. It's called Social Security. It's the best inflation annuity on the planet. If you're so fortunate to get a pension, if you work for the government or state or a company that provides that type of defined benefit plan, good for you. That's an annuity. That's a lifetime income stream annuity based on life expectancy, etc. But you need to start thinking about annuities as long-term investments, especially for lifetime income. And there's 4 products that solve for lifetime income when you're looking at the annuity category. Single premium immediate annuities for income to start immediate, obviously the word single premium immediate annuities. Then for income starting at a later date, that's deferred income annuities and income riders attached to, say, a fixed index annuity or variable annuity. And then you have qualified longevity annuity contracts, which you use IRA assets, non-Roth IRA, traditional IRA type assets, for future pension income needs. All of those products that I mentioned right there, you can go to my site at theannuityman.com, run quotes to show what a lump sum would pay out, or run a quote reverse engineered. Hey, I need $1,000 a month. How much would it take to create that payment? But those are long-term plays. I'm not sure I call annuities investments. They're contracts, but you're investing in the annuity company, transferring the risk to them to provide the contractual guarantee that you're trying to solve for. I have an acronym called PIL, P stands for principal protection, I stands for income for life, L stands for legacy, and the other L stands for long-term care, confinement care. In my opinion, if you don't need to solve for one or more of those items in the PIL acronym, principal protection, income for life, legacy, long-term care, confinement care, then you do not need an annuity. And I ask people, every single person I talk to, you go to my site at theannuityman.com, top left-hand corner is book a call link. You click that book a call link, my picture pops up. You can access my schedule and set a time that works for you, and I'll call you right on the dot, and we'll have a 30-minute conversation. But at the end of the day, I'm going to ask you two questions. What do you want the money to contractually do, and when do you want those contractual guarantees to start? And from there, I'm going to determine, A, if you need an annuity, and if you don't, fine, great, I'll tell you that. And if you do, which annuity type will solve for that specific situation that you're trying to solve for, that goal. Most people at the time of this taping are either trying to do two things. They're either trying to protect the principal, like a CD buying a MIGA or fixed index annuity for principal protection, and normal CD type returns. I say the word normal, not current rates, but MIGA rates are pretty good. Or they're trying to solve for lifetime income, okay? Lifetime income is the monopoly that the annuity category has, period. It's the only product type on the planet that will provide income as long as you are breathing. There's no ROI until you die. That's not some fun acronym thing that I've come up with that rhymes. It's the truth. I really don't know what that return is going to be until you die. Up until then, it's a pure transfer of risk, which leads us back to the best long-term investment strategies available. If you're rational and you're honest, it has to be lifetime income annuities, have to be in the same category as everything else because it's long-term. And guess what? Just like everything else, it works in your favor long-term. The older you are, the better the better deal you're going to get because the annuity company's on the hook to pay. But understand this, and this is a misconception that a lot of people have. They'll say, well, I don't want to buy an annuity because when I die, the lifetime income, money goes poof, and the annuity company keeps the money, Stan. No. You don't have to structure it that way. You can structure it. You can say to me when we schedule a call, say, hey, I want a lifetime income stream for me and the spouse, and when the second one of us dies, I want whatever's in that account to go 100% to my list of beneficiaries in the policy. I do not want that annuity company keeping a penny under any circumstance, yet I want them on the hook to pay regardless of how long me and the spouse lives. You can structure it that way. You can have your cake and eat it too under that scenario, meaning that you can give the annuity company that money to hold on to with the you know that they're going to pay you back as long as you live, and if you die in a fiery Learjet crash, it hits the mountain, then whatever money is left in that account goes to the beneficiaries. That's a long-term transfer of risk investment, right? So do you need everything in annuities? No, of course not. You need a portfolio that's allocated properly for your specific situation and risk tolerance. Remember that annuities are risk transfer products. You're transferring the risk to the annuity companies to solve primarily for principal protection and or lifetime income. Then you have the legacy and the long-term care that you can do as well. But most people, with all these people retiring, 10,000 baby boomers hitting 65 every single day, it is a demographic tidal wave. People are looking for lifetime income because most people have what's called defined contribution plans, 401ks, 403bs, 457s, whatever, that's accumulating. They have to turn some or part or all of that into a lifetime income stream when they go to Chapter 2 of their lives. Not many companies offer defined benefit plans, which are pensions, except for the government, state government, or very good labor unions, etc., that's negotiated that. And there's a handful, I think it's less than 7% of companies at the time of this taping offer those type of pensions and the gold watch, right? In the past, you used to work for the man the whole time. They gave you the gold watch, they gave you the pension. Don't work like that anymore. You have to hold your nose and say, you know what, I might need to get that lifetime income stream annuity because remember, annuity is the only product that can provide a lifetime income pension. And you got to look at it like this. It's a personal pension for you. Forget the word annuity. It's a curse word. Forget it for a second. Don't look at my hat. Don't look at this. Okay? Forget. Looks like I'm pledging allegiance to the annuity flag. But anyway, don't look at that. It's a personal pension. It's a lifetime income stream. It's retirement income insurance. It's lifetime income insurance. Do you have that? Do you have that now? Do you have enough of that? Who knows? With inflation coming, are you going to need to solve for that inflation amount for your specific situation using a lifetime income annuity payment? I mean, just think about that for a second. So when we talk about, and I read all these stories about long-term investing, and smart people like Terry Savage will say, yes, long-term investing works. And her friend Warren Buffett, and yes, she's a friend of Warren Buffett. If you go to her site at terrysavage.com, you can watch her interview with her friend Warren Buffett, and they'll all talk about long-term investments. But we're at the point in time now that it's time to start talking about lifetime income annuities, lifetime income insurance, retirement income insurance, using annuities as part of that long-term investment strategy for your specific situation, because you don't want to run out of money, and you do want to live the lifestyle that you've worked hard and you've earned it, you've checked the boxes, you scrimped, you saved, and you're now there. Put that income floor in place so you can go to live that life that you've always wanted to live. And that's your motivational talk today from Stan, the Annuity Man, America's Annuity Agent. Do me a favor, go to my site at theannuityman.com, run quotes on our proprietary calculators, which are the best on the planet. Get my book, schedule a call, do everything. Don't forget to listen to my Fun with Annuities podcast that comes out on all major platforms every Tuesday. Just type in Fun with Annuities in the search bar of that Spotify or whatever you listen to, and you'll hear some of the best guest experts and celebrity guests on the planet talk about money and retirement. Whew, that's a lot of stuff to remember, right? Hey, do one more thing. Hit the subscribe button. I'll see you on the next Stan the Annuity Man YouTube, what's that, video.